Listen, man, Brandon Staley, if he doesn't go out there and win this game, I think his job should be in question because this Chargers team just isn't living up to the potential that we thought they would before the season
I
started.
mean, it depending on how game script. There's one thing I know about Staley is he's going to be aggressive. You know what I mean? And
Right.
sometimes it puts them where they want to be. You know what I mean? Some fourth and ones here, they go for it. They get up on you early.
What's going on, everybody? Wildcard weekend is upon us. The NFL regular season is wrapped up. We got a couple of matchups. Pretty much everybody has played each other already that plays this weekend. Starting things off, we got San Francisco opening up as a 9.5 point favorite against their division rival, Seattle Seahawks. What are your thoughts on this game?
I mean, Seattle, they got in there by the virtue of the Lions getting there, win over the Green Bay. The shit, it's going to be a divisional matchup. So I mean, it's always tough. But I mean, I think San Fran. I don't think it'll be necessarily close, but I definitely think they'll put their stamp on this game pretty early. But stranger things has happened. But Brock Purdy, he's been playing well. They look like they're rolling on all cylinders right now. The defense is playing lights out. But I do expect Seattle to come in here and put in a fight. But we'll just have to see, how much of that, how long they'll stick around, because I don't know how long they'll
Right.
stick around in this one, to be honest.
No, yeah, I think I like San Francisco big in this game. I think they're probably the best team in the NFC going into this playoffs, health wise at least. I mean, they're the healthiest good team.
And
Moving on from,
no, I
no,
was
go
gonna
ahead.
say, and the hottest. You know, what I mean,
True.
yeah, I think it's the hottest team in the playoffs right now, and everybody else just took in their lumps, and it's been all over the place right now. But they've been consistent over there in San Fran, man. Definitely a good team, and I think they'll want to come out and make an imprint right away, man. So they got a point to prove, and what better way to start it off with this matchup right here, man. I think it makes for a good night. Good matchup.
I do like that too. Moving on, we got the Chargers sitting at 1.5 point favorites headed to Jacksonville. This is a game earlier in the year that Jacksonville blew them out. It was week 3, 38-10. What are your thoughts on this game?
Sheesh. Look, I don't think it'll be close, like as far as the scoreboard how it was last time. You know what I mean? Like that was a blowout. Then they caught them off guard, but I think we have a closer matchup this time. We got a nice matchup. We got two of the AFC's top premier young quarterbacks coming in right now, man. Jacksonville, they hot right now. They hot, and the Chargers. It just seemed like late in the season they've been kind of reeling, and you know what I mean. And they here right now, but I wouldn't be surprised if Jacksonville take this one. I'm kind of leaning that way. I think, like I said, I think it's going to be an awesome matchup. But the Chargers, you never know. I mean, they got all the talent in the world. They got the weapons, but they did play Mike Williams. Mike Williams is out. You know what I mean? So, will the coach catch some flack for that? We'll see how that goes. Probably depending on how this matchup goes out. You know what I mean? But I think they have enough here. But like I said, I'm leaning to Jacksonville, man. I think they'll come out and prove a lot of people wrong this week, man. Like, so I think that beat them
I,
twice to me. You know what I mean?
I think I'm leaning Jacksonville as well. However, this is a game like the Chargers should win this game. Talent wise on the roster, like the Chargers have a way better team. However, I don't like their coach. So I think if they make the listen, man, Brandon Staley, if he doesn't go out there and win this game, I think his job should be in question because this Chargers team just isn't living up to the potential that we thought they would before the season
I
started.
mean, it depending on how game script. Is one thing I know about Staley is he's going to be aggressive. You know what I mean? And
Right.
sometimes it puts them where they want to be. You know what I mean? Some fourth and ones here, they go for it, they get up on you early. Kind of take that momentum away, and then sometimes he kind of puts the teams in bad spots, man, and it burns him a lot of times. So if he does the wrong thing here, where he goes to like some fourth and ones, or he try to go for it on his own territory on his side of the field, and he gives Trevor Lawrence some chances, man. I think they got a chance to get some momentum, and you give a young team like that first time in the playoffs, a lot of new faces, give them some momentum, and let them actually feel like, okay, yeah, we deserve to be here. They can be in for a ride. Like I really do. I really think so.
Moving on to Miami at Buffalo. Buffalo sitting as a 9-point favorite. These are division rivals who split in the season. Week 3 went to Miami, and Week 14 was won by Buffalo. Will Tua play? We don't know. Either way, I like Buffalo big in this game.
Yeah. I think last week, obviously, coming off an emotional week. They didn't have much practice time. And I think it showed, like, Josh Allen, he didn't play the best. They got a couple special teams touchdowns, was able to, push the lead that way. But I think this week, I think you'll see them come out motivated, not as rusty. And I really think they'll blow this out of the water, man. Dolphins, man, you say it's Tua back. Either way, if he comes back, he's definitely rusty at this point. You want to be coming in this thing, clicking at all cylinders. And if it ain't Tua, it was Steven Thompson, or it doesn't matter. I
Something
don't.
like that.
Skylar Thompson, yeah. See, I don't even know, man. But I don't think this one be close at all, man. I just think the Dolphins, they have the weapons, but as of right now, I don't think they got the guy to get it to them at the moment, man. So Buffalo all the way.
I agree. I agree. Next up, we got the Vikings hosting the Giants. The Vikings are 3-point favorites. This is a game that I believe Minnesota won in overtime, and that was week 15. They won 27-24. So the line at 3 does make sense. That was what it was last time around. And I think I like the Brian Daboll's Giants in this game. I do.
Yeah, me as well, man. You think about the last matchup, and the Vikings barely was able to edge them one out, man. Brian Daboll in his first season with New York, man, they've been up in a roller coaster. It seemed like they started off high, then it was falling off, and it just seemed like they kind of getting it together at the right time. It's the perfect time. Was able to get that 6th seed, and I think they'll go up to Minnesota, and I think they get that win, man. I truly do. Kirk Cousins, it's his time. Like, will he prove the doubters wrong? He still has a lot of them out there. But, no mistake, man. The Vikings are a good team.
Right.
They got all the weapons in the world. But I just feel like the Giants are like the perfect polar opposite of that, where they're a team that can, like, kind of just slow this game down, make Minnesota play that type of game, one of them rough road. It might be an ugly game. And if they get them to play that way, which I truly think they will, man. New York got an underrated, defense over there. A lot of Saquon sprinkling some weapons, man. I think they can pull this one out, man. I'm excited to actually watch this one, see how it play out.
What I find intriguing about this matchup is the way to beat the Giants is to force Daniel Jones to throw the ball, and the way to beat the Vikings is to throw the ball. So it's like, who will prevail in that situation? But I do think the Giants are a better coach football team. Yeah. I'll take that coaching staff over Minnesota's. I'll take Minnesota's roster any day of the week, though. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it is a toss-up. I wouldn't be surprised if Minnesota squeaks it out, but I would kind of be happy if the Giants got themselves a win. Moving on, we have a rematch from last week. We got the Ravens at Cincinnati, and the line right now is Cincinnati is favored by a touchdown. I'm sorry, let me get this too. Cincinnati won week 18, obviously. Baltimore won week 5, but that was with Lamar Jackson.
Which, it's a possibility that Lamar Jackson will be out there. It seems like Harbaugh is kind of keeping this thing close to the vest. Will he play? Will he not? I think it's a strong possibility he will play. He's just not trying to tip his hand right now. But look, man, no coin flip was needed. You know what I mean? You see the Bengals with their little touchdown celebration, trolling the league a little bit, man. The Bengals are good. They're a good team, man. You know what I mean? So, if it's anything but Lamar Jackson, give me Cincinnati in the landslide this time. I think they let up off the gas a little bit, let them, allow the Baltimore to get back in at the last minute. But, the scoreboard didn't really dictate what that one was. But, even Lamar Jackson coming back at this point, is a Russian quarterback with a bad knee, possibly cold weather this time in the season. I just think I would have to roll with Cincinnati. That offense, they rolling at the right time. Baltimore, a lot of questions, man, a lot of questions. So I'm rolling with Cincinnati.
I think I do like Cincinnati in this game. Maybe not at 7. And I think the rich Roquan Smith might have something to say about that.
Yeah, could be.
The final game on tap will be Monday night, and that's going to be the Cowboys going to Tampa Bay to play Tom Brady. Sitting at 2.5-point favorites is Dallas. I like the boys, man. I do. I think Tampa Bay is a mess.
Both of them. You know what I mean? I would say this.
Right.
Both teams haven't been playing their best ball. And the Cowboys in general, man, they got a lot to prove, man. We seen how it was week one, and it's strange. We seen how they looked last week, but outside of last week, I think week one was probably the worst we've looked. You know what I mean? So those
Right.
two outings, you know what I mean? Obviously. So you have a Tom Brady coming there. Obviously, he'll be highly motivated. But I do agree with you for the fact that I think Dallas. I don't want to call it a blessing in disguise. There was an ugly game last week, and we'll obviously dive more into that. Man, later episodes or whatnot. But I think they get this win. I do. I think we can prove the haters wrong. Like you said, Buccaneers. I think so many people are focused on the Cowboys' flaws that they don't even realize that Tom Brady. The Carolina Panthers wasn't a good team as well. You know what I mean? They won a
Right.
terrible division. Um, and I, you know what I mean, outside of opportunistic defense every once in a while, I mean, the run game has, not been too great. Tom Brady, he hasn't played that well. Let's just see if a Dak Prescott shows up this week, and if not, if he doesn't show up, then I think Tom Brady and I'm rolling this one. But I got Dallas as well, man.
Obviously, outside of the Cowboy game, I think my favorite matchup this weekend is going to be the Giants and Vikings game. That really intrigues me. What about yourself?
I definitely like that matchup, and I'm also interested in that Jacksonville and Chargers game. I think you have a chance to have a lot of points. I think both of these quarterbacks have put on the show, man. So I'm excited to sit back with my feet up, you know, a little popcorn, a couple drinks, enjoy this one. So I think that'll be nice.
With that being said, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate you all for tuning in. You got any final
Hey
words?
man, let's go. Hey, we finally here. Man, it's sad that we finally at the final week of the season. Fortunately, if you got a team that you can still root for, hey, let's go. But if not, hopefully our teams won't be joining you on the couch this week. So man, shout out to everybody that's in there, man. Let's go. Let's roll.